Wake up, sir. Wake up. What is this? Kenneth, is that me? Oh, I'm not Kenneth. I'm the spirit of Leap Day. Welcome to your Leap Day past.
Jackie, we can't go to the parade today. I got called into work at the hospital, where I'm a nurse.
Why are you showing me this? This is the kind of adversity that made me the man I am today. Good. Cry. Let your sadness form a hole inside you that can only be filled with money.
Of course we're going to the parade today, Jackie. But you can't have candy and cigarettes without a few tears first.
How did I forget this part? And when did we stop giving children cigarettes? It's the liberal war on Leap Day.
When was the last time we had a leap day? That's probably back in 2020, and that was just a great year. So why won't this year be any worse?
Well, here's the thing. Last time I had a leap day this bad was back in 2016, and we all know how that turned out. So let's never revisit that again. Let's just leap over that bullshit.
I guess the math would work out that way, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Because
every 4 years, everything's just going to suck. Okay.
God, it doesn't ever. Oh, but you know what doesn't suck? This episode of TV10 Podcast. Episode 0480. Or no, like 0484. Thank you.
Okay.
I pre-gamed a little bit. I apologize.
And it appears that Tommy Milagro has cut off his thumb and had it reattached.
Yeah, I just sliced it off because I decided, hey, let's just create some salads and let's just cut
so
off
this was a culinary accident.
Yes,
okay.
It was a culinary.
All right.
And I'm paying for my being meatless here.
Yeah, so you've been at the office.
Then.
Okay.
I was at the job for a little bit. And
what's playing over at the office?
Quite a bit. Mostly Argyle and
Oh, the critically drubbed Argyle. Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? It's okay because next week it'll be Dune.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2.
Okay, yeah.
And that's where spice must flow.
Madam Web isn't playing over there, is it?
Ew. No.
I have seen Madam Web, but I have not been to a theater, so I have my ways.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
What dare did you have to watch that movie? Let's start there.
I just had to see for myself.
No, you don't. No, you should have.
Much like I had to see with Morbius.
No, you didn't have to trust out.
Apparently it's the same writers.
Yes, it is. And no, you didn't have to trust anything else other than it is going to suck.
Well, I've seen it.
Why?
Yeah, and it wasn't that bad. It's still not as bad as Morbius.
Bigger question, is the Porter's Peach...
Oh, yeah, we want to mention our sponsor this week. From Ogden's Own Distillery, the Porter's Craft Cocktail. This is the peach tea in a can.
Bigger question, is it erasing a little bit of the Madam Web?
Well, it almost automatically deleted anyway.
Good.
When it was over, I was just like, I don't remember anything I just watched. So maybe that's good.
Yeah. That's probably the best. What we're trying to say here, kids, is if it's not from Marvel proper, fucking forget
Well, even
it.
Marvel proper stuff has sucked lately.
Well, okay. I've had that conversation before. That may need a Milagro manifesto and a point.
But in the meantime, we've got the sponsors out of the way.
Yep.
We've got the episode number out of the way. And want to tell you about some stuff coming up this week.
Oh, what have you got?
First of all, we got a big epic coming. They first made a miniseries out of this in 1980. It's Shogun.
Oh.
Back in 1980, it was an NBC 5-part miniseries. This one's 10 parts.
Jesus.
So it's also got a way bigger budget, and it does not have Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, and I know the answer.
Yeah,
but
there's
still.
no Richard Chamberlain in this one, but it looks like quite the epic. It has Anna Sawai. I probably mispronounced that from
Hold on, keep talking here.
from Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and various other things, but she's the person I did recognize here. I didn't recognize anyone else, so I'm sure they're just fine.
And as Mr. Frost pointed out, this is almost 90% white guy free.
Yeah, well, they had to have one.
Well,
They had to have the one interloper.
Yeah,
Yeah, who?
But what's a homeboy's name here?
Cosmo Jarvis.
Cosmo Jarvis.
I know that's a real name.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Cosmo Jarvis.
As
I think,
John Blackthorne.
Yeah, I hear he's a musician
Yeah.
or something.
And but the big names you will recognize is Hiroyuki Sanada. He's done some stuff with John Wick 2, among other things.
Oh yeah.
And what's her name? And let's see. The name of the woman you were mentioning here, and I can't.
Anna Sawai.
Anna Sawai. Yeah. Which, as you mentioned, was from the Monarch series.
Yes.
And Cosmo here.
What's his deal?
Okay, so prior to this, he's been in Calm with Horses, Persuasion, Lady Macbeth, and
So some hoi polloi stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and Raised by Wolves.
Oh well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Raised by Wolf, the late great HBO Max series.
Yeah. Oh, and just to clarify, for anybody here in Utah, that's Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
Also this week, that is on Tuesday on FX and Hulu. On Wednesday, season 46, Survivor.
Oh.
We're going back to Fiji.
Why?
I don't know. They're running out of places to go after so many seasons.
I have a proposal.
Okay.
Survivor, Antelope Island. I think that is...
They got enough water out there now this year?
I'm saying we need to do it sooner rather than later.
Well, there is season 47 that's coming up, so yeah.
Yeah.
And also a new murder docuseries.
Again?
Another one, yeah, but this one's got a little political angle to it. This is
Who died now?
American Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders on Netflix.
Wait, what?
This is from the producers of Wild Wild Country. It's about the mysterious death of journalist Danny Casolaro in the 1980s. He reported on Ronald Reagan's Department of Justice and kind of ran afoul of them and doink doink suicided himself in 1991.
Oh, or so they say.
Yeah.
Is that what they're doing? Mm-hmm. Is that going, or so they say?
Yep, that's the thing. Okay. Also on Thursday on CBS. Did you ever watch The Good Wife and or The Good Fight?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
No, because I had better things to do.
Probably, yeah. To do. Yeah, well, one of the characters from those two series, Elsbeth, played by, he's an attorney played by Carrie Preston.
Okay.
And she's moving to New York to help the cops.
Oh.
So it's another quirky outsider helps the cops in New York
kind of deal. What's this show called again?
Elsbeth. That's the name of the character.
Okay,
and it can't be worse than So Help Me Todd.
That goes
how could it be?
No, yeah, just whew.
And
that's a lot.
Here's another murder doc on Thursday
again
on Leap Day.
All right,
it's Leap Day. Leap Day, William! Yay!
Yay!
Don't remember that from 30 Rock?
Nah.
Oh yeah.
No, but I think I need to watch it again.
They look up the Leap Day William episode.
Okay.
This is a new docuseries on Hulu called Me Hereafter. It's murders told from the cases told from the point of view of the murdered.
Oh.
So you got creepy voiceovers, and I'm sure this will be just fine.
And yeah. On creepy in the way of a ghost kind of way? Or?
They're not playing ghosts or anything like that. They're just voiceovers like, hey, I was murdered. Can you please solve this thing?
Look, I just died horribly. Could you just put my body together?
Can you get on that?
Can you just fucking get with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Friday, would you? How do you like Adam Sandler in a dramatic role?
It's kind of a
Is it better than Rob Schneider in a dramatic role?
anything is better without Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way.
So this is Spaceman on Netflix on Friday. If you'll believe Adam Sandler as an astronaut, you'll probably believe the rest of this.
Yeah, I saw a little trailer of this, and apparently he's like hallucinating a spider.
Maybe
helping him out.
Maybe it's real. Spider voiced by Paul Dano.
Oh, that's the voice. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Meanwhile, Adam Sandler's wife back on Earth, played by Carey Mulligan, way out of his league, but still, the spider's trying to help him patch up his marriage.
Why? And
Yeah, why would an alien spider do that? We don't know.
yeah, I'm just saying, why doesn't the spider just web him up and eat him?
Maybe, yeah. But the reviews are pretty damn solid for this thing already.
Okay, and here's the thing. We've talked about this before with Adam Sandberg. The last great dramatic thing he ever did was Punch Drunk Love.
Yes, yeah.
And
That's been a while.
yeah, and that was pretty awesome. And anything else he's kind of learned from the school of Al Pacino, which means yelling that much louder. But I guess this time around he's just...
What about Uncut Gems?
No, it was still yelling that much loud.
I just act louder.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
But with Spaceman, I'm just being a little quiet.
Yeah, just floating around in a
I'm
in a
floating
spaceship.
in
Yeah,
space and trying to figure out the spider.
he's been out there in space by himself on the edge of the universe for a couple of years, so he might be going a little loony.
Just a little.
Or maybe the alien is real. We don't know.
We'll
see.
Or both.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Unless it's like the alien from like Sigourney Weaver, and
Yeah.
I'm just saying people are hearing.
Saturday Night Live. We have nowhere to go but up from last night.
Did you see that?
Oh my God.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
So here's my question.
This guy's a comedian, right?
So Sean Gillis is who you're talking about, was the host last week.
AKA Slow Rogan.
Yeah. It wasn't horrible.
Oh yes, it was.
Oh.
Did you watch the same Saturday Night Live I watched?
I did.
It was a fucking train wreck in a dumpster fire.
And here's what I would say to that subject. It didn't have Rob Schneider. That's the bar I will cross over.
Is that our qualifier for anything?
That is always going to be
Well, it was bad, but Rob Schneider wasn't there, so
yeah.
Crisis avoided.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? Everything's fine.
I will say he has a fucking spot on Trump impersonation.
Oh, God, yeah.
Even more so than the guy they've got doing Trump on Saturday Night Live right now.
That with the Trump sneaker spot there, which was awesome.
That might have been the high point of the episode.
Yeah, and that says a lot when even I'm going the weekend update.
Yeah. I mean, when he come out for a monologue, that monologue bombed like a motherfucker.
Oh, they were. He was trying hard.
I don't know if he was trying that hard because he literally said, "I don't have any comedy for TV." Why are you here then?
So
go back to fucking Morning Zoo Land or wherever the fuck you do your thing.
Or worse, Netflix.
Oh my God!
And since we're gonna go down this road, let me just enter in a Milagro manifesto. Mm-hmm. I'm funnier than this fucker. I have always been funnier than this fucker.
I don't have any argument there.
Thank you. That is the qualifier right there. So what I'm saying is...
You're funnier than both Rob Schneider and this clown.
Yeah. Now, granted, I am not going to be Nate Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze, yes.
Thank you. I'm not going to...
The relatively unknown comedian who hosted a Saturday Night Live episode last year.
Now, granted, he is family funny. He knows how to switch it up from being blue.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
for him. Good on him. I don't. I am going to be
Nate Bargatze is one of those comedians who sells out stadiums, but yet you don't know who the fuck he is.
Right. Meanwhile...
How is that?
Yeah,
Meanwhile, no one knows who the fuck you are, and you don't sell out stadiums.
I know.
But then you haven't really tried, have you?
Not
Have
someone.
you booked a stadium lately?
Look, I just said this before. I'll say it again. I don't know what the fuck's going on at Gino's. I am just saying right now that they are ignoring my calls. They are ignoring me as
Are you
human.
calling in Spanish? Because that place is now a Mexican joint.
Of course.
It is now known as Tequila Nightclub.
Oh, so basically me shouting in English, "Don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
Don't you know who I..."
And
That's not gonna
I
play?
guess you get paid in tequila shots there.
Oh, God. If that happens, then this will be on the dark side of comedy.
It's the dark side of the comedy, the Tommy Milagro episode.
Yeah. And he had a meteoric rise right up until the shots of tequila got involved. Oh, that's how it's going to end right there.
Face down in the back parking lot of Tequila Nightclub.
And police were stumped by this. And now for the rest of the dark side.
The murder weapon appeared to be a dildo.
God almighty. Oh, this took a darker turn than I wanted it to.
We got to call Robert Stack in on this one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Saturday Night Live this weekend.
Huh?
We're, again, nowhere to go but up. Sydney Sweeney
Okay.
from Euphoria and the aforementioned Madam Web.
And or any other shots you would
Or
see on Reddit.
there was a rom-com. Anybody But You, I think it was called. Apparently did pretty well.
Well,
Yeah, it was one of the better received rom-coms of the Valentine's season.
It was?
That's what I hear. I haven't seen it, but
Because
many people are saying
people are saying I'm hearing. So, let's see.
it's a rom-com the likes of with this country has never seen before.
Sydney with the SYD.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's called Anybody But You.
All right.
And it's one of those couples who like maybe don't necessarily like each other, but finally fall in love.
Oh, and apparently she was in The White Lotus and The Handmaid's Tale.
That's true, yeah, the first season of The White Lotus.
Yeah.
I do not remember her from The Handmaid's Tale.
Because depressing.
Yeah.
And let's see. Everything Sucks. And
Everything Sucks was a very funny Netflix series
yeah. And as you
that,
mentioned.
of course, got canceled
Right.
after season 1.
And then there's Anyone But You and the Rolling Stones. Angry.
Oh, she's in that music video for the Stones, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to look at the Stones.
Yeah.
You want to look at Sydney Sweeney.
Of course.
Yeah.
She is their Alicia Silverstone.
And coming up on Sunday, I'm pretty excited about this one. This is a Kate Winslet deal.
Oh.
The Regime on HBO and Max, another miniseries right after the very serious Mildred Pierce and the very grim mayor of Easttown.
Yeah.
This one's got a little more of a dark comedy. She plays the chancellor of a fictional Central European autocracy that is falling apart at the seams, and she's going a little paranoid and a little crazy.
How crazy are we talking?
I'm getting very strong Doctor Strangelove vibes off this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically, she will love the atomic bomb, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And we'll not lose our precious bodily fluids.
That's good to know.
Bat guano. Calling bat guano.
I'm just saying, watch the original Doctor Strangelove because
One of my favorite movies of all time.
yeah,
Has been forever.
It is just perfect casting, and also you learn how to straddle a bomb, literally, if not figuratively.
Oh, Slim Pickens. Damn.
And what else you got there?
Yeah, I did watch Madam Web,
I'm sorry.
and I still don't know what my conclusion is on it.
Oh, my conclusion.
I don't want to say I may have to watch it again because
No.
I don't know if I
Why?
can do it.
Why?
But as I said before, the second it was over, it literally left my mind.
Okay. So why do you want to watch it again?
I don't. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But maybe I missed something.
No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. What you could have possibly missed from that?
I don't know.
And I'm saying I've seen Morbius. I don't miss it that fucking much.
You didn't miss anything.
Other than Jared Leto is going, he's really acting.
He was acting very hard.
He was acting. Yeah, and we don't need that. So why are you doing this to yourself is beyond me. If you know it sucks, if it feels like it sucks, I mean, and here's the thing, and we've had this conversation before, and I will say this to you again. Do you really want to watch Black Adam again? Or was...
Oh, God, no.
Thank you!
Why? I remember all the trauma of Black Adam.
So why the fuck are you wanting to go to Mad Blab again? That's my question.
Mad Blab?
Okay. I really slurred there, didn't I?
Mad Blab?
Blah,
okay.
blah, blah.
Okay.
Yeah, so... Okay, I went too strong with the mic there and with the words. Apologies, everyone. Wow. Damn, that whatever that beer was over at the plates over in Sosala, super strong. Wow. Okay, I'm going to stop right now.
All right.
I'll stop.
And I think it's about that time. Do you think you're ready for it?
Give me a second.
Are you in the frame of mind to give us the sports news?
Always. So please hit the music.
And sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team.
Oh, yes. From the sports desk of the TV10 podcast, we deliver you only the sport of professional wrestling. And we get to Elimination Chamber from the WWE. You know, they were holding it in Australia.
Perth.
Yeah, in Perth, Australia.
Perth, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was on here in the United States. It was on at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, early in the morning there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only way to watch it is if you went to the Peacock, if you flocked to the cock.
Flock to that cock.
And apparently certain things got, shall we say, cock-blocked. And
okay.
let's...
Well, I'm going to watch it eventually, but feel free to spoiler away.
Okay, well, this is on slamwrestling.net. You know I write for them.
That's what I hear.
And I only have an MBA. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
People are saying I am hearing. But basically...
But you also have some non-Canadian writing out there.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second here. But basically, Dominic Mysterio, who is the douche du jour, just got booed the hell out of Perth, and nobody could hear him. But apparently, and this is on slamwrestling.net here, apparently it got to the point where he had to get ejected, but they had to go to a black screen for a minute on WWE.
Well,
because Australia, there's no polite way of putting this. Australia is the Florida of the world, and
So it's the Florida of countries.
Exactly.
Okay.
They were flipping off Mysterio, rightly, I might add.
Okay.
And even though they were warned not to do stuff like that at the beginning of the show, and not to say, fuck you, Mello. But, you know, they're still doing that. And apparently other issues there were during the Elimination Chamber, Tiffany Stratton, who's been called up from NXT, she suffered a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So her top exposed more than it should have, and the broadcast went to black to give Stratton her Tiffy time. Take that for what it's worth.
Okay.
To readjust, to which I'm going to say, what, really? No double stick tape? I'm just saying. Yeah, so that was one of the things right there, and I won't spoil too much, but other than Becky Lynch won the Elimination Chamber, and the only other satisfying thing about the Elimination Chamber is Logan Paul, even though he won, he got a nice RKO out of nowhere by Randy Orton, and it was just a beautiful thing. He just was pumping up his fist with the brass knuckles, and then Orton out of nowhere just delivers his RKO and just drives him to the ground. Beautiful thing. It's the wonderful thing there. But it's going to clear the road to WrestleMania, which will be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That is coming up pretty soon in April. We will have all the sports that you could ask for coming up in less than a month. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, month and a half, if that. And also on the other front there is NWA is going to be doing their Hard Times. However, they're not going to be doing it as a pay-per-view, I found out.
What?
So, they're on the C-Dub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Have you watched it on the app there?
No.
Why? What's wrong with you?
Then I'd have to go to the CW app.
So what? You just don't prefer Canadian programming? Is that what you're saying? Because it's going to be real hard for me to vouch for you and your family.
The CW anymore stands for Canadian Wares because it's nothing but Canadian shows on the CW anymore.
Look, I'm trying to get you and the family over there so when things go downhill,
I don't want to
Von Trap our way out of there.
I don't want to be sent to the media camp.
No, you don't.
Hanging out with everybody, all the hosts from MSNBC.
See, why do you want to do that? But the point is that they're going to be doing tapings there, so it's not going to be their pay-per-view. So what that's going to mean, we're going to find out as soon as I can get a hold of the NWA. I mean, I only write for Slam Wrestling, even though I have an MBA.
Oh.
Yeah, and drink up there. And let's see. I think I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to end it with here. And I think I'm probably going to end with one of two things here.
You're not going to end it with the obvious thing?
What's the obvious thing?
Your big article in City Weekly.
Oh, you read that in the City Weekly? Mm-hmm. I mean, I only have an MBA.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that count? I guess so.
Yeah, it does.
So it's some of your stateside writing.
Yeah,
and it means you can read it in English, not Canadian.
Nope.
And so if you go to cityweekly.net and look up Thomas Milagro, Doink Doink Martinez, you can find that article.
Actually, they have me as Tommy Milagro Martinez. But yeah, and I did a show on SLC Wars and the growing promotion that is SLC Wars, where it combines punk, rock, and pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And hold on a second. I haven't talked to them about Magna-Vega. I haven't talked to them about that yet.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
So, but they're going to be having some other shows coming up in the month of March here that you should be catching up on March 29th. And also, if you want to catch up on local pro wrestling, there's also Dive Pro Wrestling. They're based out of Ogden. Which is
that makes sense.
Oh, well, here's why it makes sense here, because both those promotions are going to be doing some fundraising shows, because a local wrestler, Lee Nitrous, has apparently been diagnosed with the leukemia.
Okay.
So if you're in Ogden on March 16th, you want to check out Dive Pro Wrestling. Tell them Tommy Milagro sent you.
All right.
And if you want to be in the Salt Lake area, that will be March 29th, I want to say. And they are going to do another punk and pro wrestling show for Leonitrus. So whichever way.
So where's that going to be?
I want to say it's going to be downtown. I want to say Metro.
Okay.
We will find out how's it go? We will be following this story as it develops.
See, if you go to the Metro, you're either going to go into the wrestling show or you're going to go into a drag show.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. It could be either one.
And people are saying I'm hearing this is awesome.
Yeah, so do you think they could get drag queens to wrestle?
Good question.
A whole new level for SLC Wars.
I mean, actually, you just gave me a great idea right there. I think
That's $1 million idea right there.
People are saying I am hearing.
Yes.
I think it needs to happen because it is sports.
It's sports. Tommy Milagro. Go team. All right.
Yeah. So that is a good reason to watch some actual, sports around the Salt Lake and or Ogden area. Provo me.
So did you see the finale of True Detective Night Country?
I did.
And what'd you think?
I will say the following. Should have been 2 episodes longer, but You know what?
All right.
It ended just fine where it did.
Okay.
And
so the original True Detective creator, Nick Pizzolatto.
Oh, what did he say?
Yeah, well, he's not into it. He thinks the latest season of True Detective without him sucks.
Of course.
He's all over Instagram about it.
Why?
He just did not care for it. Okay. But everybody else loved it, so therefore they're doing another season with Issa Lopez.
So here's my question, because Pizzolatto was involved from seasons 1 to 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, I will say this.
I think he's still listed as a producer or some shit.
Okay. And I will say this. Season 1, fantastic.
We all know that.
Yeah.
Season 2, we disagree on.
It's okay. I know I'm right. I'm fine with that. But season 3 was kind of meh, but not too bad.
Yeah.
It could have righted things, but I only have this to say, Pizzolatto. Why weren't you involved in season 4? I mean, if you got that strong a feeling about it, fine. I'm totally fine with it. Why did you not say, hey, here's an idea, maybe a couple extra episodes? Just saying. Why didn't you get involved that way?
Yeah, it was only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Previous seasons, I think, have been 8.
Yeah. But I think it was a fine episode. It was fine how it ended there. Bigger question, is season 5 going to involve TV 10 podcast? That is, I mean, we could be the detectives there, just trying to figure out the mystery of the murdering of the Salt Lake scene. I mean, this could just go so many different ways.
We could solve the mystery of that dead body behind Gino's.
Hold that thought here. We don't want to solve that one. Shh, quiet. Anyway.
Oh, and did you hear? I'm sure you did.
I did.
They canceled Evil over there at Paramount Plus, the former CBS show that is now a Paramount Plus show.
Oh yeah,
starring Luke Cage.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been off for a minute.
Okay.
I think there's one more season coming. Then it's over.
So why did they cancel it? Because it wasn't getting the clicks.
It was getting the clicks. It's everybody's one of the most talked about shows on Paramount Plus. But I think maybe it's just like, we're spending too much money on this. Let's just get another Jersey Shore show in here. So that'll be much cheaper.
Are you saying that we need to insert ourselves into Paramount Plus? I mean, I'm just saying that, if it was me, and it's always me, I think we should have just 6 episodes of TV 10 podcast.
That's all we need.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, look at how well it went with True Detective. We'll just say, hey, Paramount people, look, we're awesome. We're not nutty like Tom Cruise, and we drink. And, oh yeah, we're based in Utah, so we'll have a crossover crowd with Yellowstone. Everything works out. So,
This is all solid logic.
just ever so solid right there. So I'm saying we need to pitch that and just say, hey, maybe not another Gym Tan and
Gym Tan Laundry.
Yeah.
GTL.
If we can't have that, we'll just have our other GTL here. It'll be
What's he going to come up with?
Gyme and a Gyme. GYM. Gyme.
Okay.
And let's see. T would be trolling, and L would be logger. See?
Okay.
Didn't think about the Gyme, did you?
No, of course I did not. Why would I think of that?
And this is why our ratings are just through the roof, ladies and gentlemen.
Roof?
The roof.
The roof? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Did I emphasize roof too hard? I should have said roof.
I thought you meant to say basement, but okay.
Well, we have so much stuff in the basement in our TV 10 podcast studios. Mostly the liquor that we have there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I didn't see that bottle right there.
No, they're everywhere.
Oh.
They're literally fucking everywhere.
Wait a minute. This is empty. Damn it. I got to recycle. Anyway.
And I had something here. I think something else good got canceled too.
Oh, no. No, nothing good.
Well, the thing is, we had the whole writers and actors strike.
Uh-huh.
And so everybody's back to work and we're all excited. Then the next shoe drops is like, oh, we're just canceling everything. So, glad all your writers are back, but you don't have any shows to work on because we're just going to fucking cancel everything.
Is this the executives just saying, oh, yes, I'm glad that we got that all worked out here. You're fired.
Yeah.
Is that what it boils down to?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Katja Herbers from Evil is begging Netflix to pick up Evil for another season.
Okay.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but...
I know how it will happen, and I have the answer. The C-dub. Just...
Is that the... Okay.
Look, everything, for the most part with us, the answer is TV 10 Podcast. Everything else, the C-dub.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, they also canceled Tacoma FD. I don't know if we talked about that previously.
No!
That sucked.
Why?
Over at True TV, now it's just all impractical jokers all the fucking time.
Ugh. This feels horrible in so many ways.
50-year-old man prank show. Ratings gold, huh? Yeah.
I'm not drinking hard enough.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, they also canceled This Fool over at Hulu.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you even know what that is?
Yes, and this is my fault.
This is you didn't support your fellow brown people.
I know. But on the plus side, the creator of This Fool, he's going to be in Roadhouse. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We already have a perfectly good Roadhouse. Why do we need another one?
Yeah. Well, if I may quote the great philosopher Jeremiah Plunkett, no Swayze, no Wayze. That's our title.
No Swayze, no Wayze. That says it all right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal, fine actor and all, but we don't need a new Roadhouse.
No, we never did.
No,
and by the way,
much like we didn't need a new Point Break a couple of years ago. Anybody remember when they made a new Point Break?
Exactly.
It came and went within about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not quite a frost warning, but it's pretty on the...
It's close.
It's on the precipice.
It's close enough.
Yeah. By the way, that's our title. No Swayze, no Wayze.
I like it. As long as you can spell it.
Yeah, I pulled it off. Look at me.
Also, Netflix is not going forward with the second season of Ratched, the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest adjacent TV series starring Sarah Paulson.
Okay.
Did you even remember that there was this thing did exist several years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
And
did you see it? Did you watch it?
I boycotted it for a while because
Okay.
Well, and I you know the answer, but if
Netflix.
Well, it's not just Netflix. It's because You know what you did ago. Stay in the corner. Although they have been doing a little bit better with their programming. However, I'm still wanting them to bring Glow back. You know what you did.
They also canceled Obliterated, which is super dumb series that I watched the whole thing.
Really? You were the one?
A lot of people watched it, actually. It did pretty well for a minute.
Okay. And is it worth my time?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But so it's still on there.
Lots of sex, drugs, and explosions.
Oh, okay. All right. Then you should have enhanced
I should have left with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have just said, Tommy, you should watch this. Why? Sex, drugs, and explosions. Done. All right.
Yeah.
Obliterated is still on there, or is it?
It's still on Netflix. They just will not be proceeding with a second season, which is fine. It really did seem like a one season kind of show.
Okay, fine. How many How many?
I think it's about 8.
Okay, so it's a tied 8, right there.
It's tied 8 and it goes fast.
Okay, I'm totally fine with that.
It's a fast 8 is what I'm saying, but not like that.
All right. So what we're saying is slow down. You don't need to be in a rush, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some things you just want to stretch out for a while. Phrasing. Boom. So.
Yeah. Everything's
kind of blah.
Everything's kind of blah. So I think we're gonna get the fuck out of here and tell people what they should be watching harder. I have one. It's on. You can watch it on. Since Showtime doesn't technically exist anymore, they just deleted a brand that's existed since the 70s.
Yeah.
It is now part of Paramount Plus. So Showtime is now Paramount Plus with Showtime. So it's part of that whole thing, and it's confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
But basically, you need the premium package to get your Showtime now. And The Woman in the Wall, starring Ruth Wilson.
Okay.
Very creepy murder mystery. Who Took My Baby mystery. I'm Crazy and Irish mystery series. It's all that. Ruth Wilson plays a troubled woman like no other.
Yeah.
Maybe not even Elizabeth Moss can touch her.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
Elizabeth Moss plays troubled. Ruth Wilson plays troubled and fucking weird. So you got the little extra layer there.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough come Emmy time next year, but yeah. I'm gonna say for myself, House of Ninjas over on Netflix is a good show to watch.
I have not watched that.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Which I will, and I said this to my friend, and I will say this to everyone right now. Watch it in Japanese with subtitles.
All right.
Because, dubbing, no, not good for that show. But it's still a lot of fun, and I will also say...
so you're saying dubbed, no lub?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
That's not as good as no Swayze, no Wayze. But it's up there.
I'll put that down. Dub, no lub. All right. L-U-B, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Wubba lubba lub dub.
Easy there, Rick. But the other thing I would also say to that subject is other shows to watch a little bit harder. I'm going to say, let's see, if you need to, because it's going to be coming up soon, Monarch on Apple Plus. And I know it's over, but...
okay, yeah.
Yeah. But
it was a fine damn series. Yeah.
Well, Godzilla and Kong is going to be coming up pretty shortly there.
So, yeah, you need your Godzilla fix. Yeah.
You need to do that. Plus, it'll tie in with Shogun and Godzilla and Kong.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one actor, so yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Or two, maybe.
All
you
right.
never know.
All right.
Tokyo Vice is another good one.
Yeah.
Oh. And...
that's on Max.
Yes, the HBO Max. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. There's no HBO in there? Yes, there is.
Well, technically, Warner Bros. Discovery is just... much like Paramount Plus and Showtime, it's all fucked.
Yeah.
It's branding fuckery.
Oh,
Okay.
And thank you for bringing up the show you really need to watch, Motherfucking Harder.
Madam Web?
Why are you pushing that agenda? Why are you pushing the web agenda? Are the web people really lining your pockets?
Well, I'm very pro Dakota Johnson.
Okay, fair enough. And I will say I'm pro Don Johnson by Michael Mann on account of Tokyo Vice. So that's the connecting teaching.
Yeah.
Last week tonight. That because
Hot damn.
and if you want to watch a man bite the hand that feeds it, just chew on the marrow, my God, John Oliver is the man. Oh, and let's see. I haven't seen anything in my news feeds. Has Clarence Thomas taken him up on his offer?
I don't think so. It's a sweet offer.
Now,
$1 million and a nice RV.
Now, you're probably going, what?
You just have to watch the most recent, the season 11 premiere episode.
Thank you. So watch that Motherfucking Harder and tell him he's not wrong. Tell him he's not wrong. We will set up a GoFundMe if we could help
I mean,
out.
the whole reason Clarence Thomas just turned into a heel, made the heel turn, was he said, I'm not making enough money. So therefore, corruption is the path to more money.
Hold that thought for a second. See, kids, when he says a heel turn, that's more apropos of wrestling terminology. When a good guy turns bad. But here's the thing. Clarence Thomas was never good.
Yeah, so the doesn't work, really.
No. Just say this. Clarence Thomas is... I want to say a lot more, but
How about shit heel turn?
Thank you. That's probably better here.
Yeah.
That's probably the best
better.
term. Yeah. All right. And those are my
my other recommendation is The Daily Show.
Oh.
Monday specifically with Jon Stewart, as in he's been pissing off pretty much both sides, which means he's doing something right, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went...
In his second episode back, he took a turn at Tucker Carlson and pretty much nailed it. There needs to be no more further discussion on Tucker Carlson really after that.
Except there can be.
There can be.
He's dead.
Yeah, true.
So.
There can be more. I'm just saying that was probably the definitive smackdown of Tucker Carlson by Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. Yes. Yeah. And also, Desi Lydic did a fantastic job last week as the fill-in host. And who knows if we're ever going to get a permanent replacement host. The guest host thing seems to be working just fine.
Well, especially with the team that's on Daily Show right now with Desi Lydic and
Jordan Klepper.
Thank you. When it gets to Dulce Sloan, you're not ready for that.
Yeah, she really hasn't had her do-over properly. I think maybe she got a week last year. I don't remember.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. Well, still, she deserves another one because, she had the writer's strike stole that week from her.
See, and here's what I'm going to say to the producers of The Daily Show, because you pay attention to this podcast. I see your hosts. I will raise you. Your permanent host will be Roy Wood Jr.
But he quit.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
I know. But
that doesn't mean he can't unquit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he quietly quit is what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
And if you get him back on, not only are you going to get some great episodes for the culture, but more importantly, you will get the best Martin Luther King impersonator of all time.
True. Yes.
So, why are you stalling on this? Why are you stalling on this, Comedy Central and or the Paramount?
That would be Paramount Global, who owns everything.
So, PG.
Yeah.
Okay, there's half the problem.
Paramount Global owns CBS and Showtime and Paramount Plus.
Okay. So thank you. What we're saying is the problem is branding, to quote Hawkeye. And what we're saying, Paramount, maybe not be PG, but just get Roy Wood in your pocket.
Well, the latest word in the industry, in the biz, as we say.
In the biz.
In the streaming biz, as we say, that Paramount Plus and Peacock are in talks to possibly merge. Ooh. So we would have Paracock Plus.
Oh, Paracock?
That's just the best I could do.
All right.
It's probably better than anything they're going to come up with.
Writing it right now, Paracock Plus.
You know they're going to not pick a good name.
Well, yeah, that's why
if this even happens. I don't know that it'll happen.
So, a couple of things before we go any further.
Yeah.
Paracock Plus, trademark. And we own the rights to that name. Right? Is that how it works with broadcast?
We're assuming ourselves a lot of power this episode, but yeah, sure.
Look, copyright, trademark, and restricted, so pay up, motherfuckers.
We have some serious delusions of grandeur here.
Well, yeah.
But it's really all we have.
Well, yeah.
What else do we have to hold on to?
My hosting gig at Gino's, I mean.
True, yeah. There's that. All right, I think that can be enough. We want to thank our sponsor here at TV10 Podcast this week from Ogden's Own Distillery, the Porter's Craft Cocktails.
Yes, this would be the peach tea, the favorite of Mr. Bill Frost.
This and the Huckleberry Lemonade.
But
both right up there.
But this bears the likeness.
Well, so does the other one.
Either way,
they got the same beardo guy. Yeah.
They bear the likeness of Mr. Bill Frost. We don't charge them because they give us the free booze. That's the important thing.
It's a equal relationship.
Yeah. You could be a porter.
The porter guy.
Yeah, you could be that guy there.
Yeah.
But of course, you should also visit Sugar House Distillery, Outlaw Distillery.
Yes.
Now with the slim bottle. You should visit them over in Midvale, and they got some other stuff coming up pretty soon in March. Maybe we need to talk to them a little bit harder about featuring some stuff. Yeah. And of course, there's also Bohemian Brewery. The beers, because you like beer. You're a fan of beer.
Beer is good food.
Yes. Is it good? Is it considered a food at this point?
It could be a full meal.
Okay.
If you try hard enough.
Which we do constantly here at TV Town Podcast. And of course, you need to go over to Boustique. Our friend Ivy runs that joint. Not only does she have some great glassware, she also has some great stuff to mix drinks and also non-alcoholic drinks. So it is a fun time to be there. But no matter where you go, you should rock up to those joints with the TV10 Podcast t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have them. We still got them, folks. And all you need to do is just say send an email, tv10podcast@gmail.com, with the name, the shirt size, the address to send the shirt, and if you Venmo or PayPal, nope, not doing NFTs, nope, not doing the crypto, nope. We're not doing anything other than cold hard cash.
Yes.
Why is it so difficult?
So no Venmo?
Well, it's lukewarm cash is what I'm just saying.
Okay.
I said Venmo or PayPal, or maybe I slurred. Let's be honest here. But either way, just send it that way, and yeah, I think we took care of all the busyness.
Okay, I think we can be done here on that note. Good night, America.
And yes, you jiggle that handle, especially to the Paracock Plus, because it's time to fly.
There's only me and my TV10. From the sea, will he bring his bucket of
sweets for Mom and Pop and me.
What the crap is going on in here?
Why, Leap Day William is visiting.
Leap Day William?
Miss Lemon, did you not grow up with Leap Day William? He lives in the Mariana Trench. He emerges every 4 years to trade children's tears for candy.
What? No! But Whitehaven was founded by the Amish, and we really only celebrated their holidays. After high school, I went on Rumspringa. It was crazy! I totally snuck into the Witches of Eastwick.
But where were you when we did this 4 years ago?
Certainly not on a Michael's Crafts crafting cruise.
Oh, Miss Lemon, you are missing out. Every 4 years, you get a magical extra day.
A day to do the things you ordinarily wouldn't do, to take chances. For instance, I am wearing a braided necklace with a shark's tooth on it.
I listened to rap music for the first time. Not a fan.
And you and I are going to a party thrown by a billionaire. Come on, take a leap, Liz.
Okay, fine, I'll go. But if he has a giant chandelier in his house, I am out. Those things fall.
Wow, wow.
Leap Day William.